Good evening. Good evening. This is my chance to do a live on three channels: LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. My name is Renee Manfrey, and my channel is really all about cash flow, is how to take your brand, turn your content into cash flow. And this tonight is really going to be a topic on the power of connection, building a brand that opens doors, and a little bit on why this is important this time as I'm conversing with individuals on a daily basis with that have their own individual businesses, or they're looking to expand into this online lifestyle, which I call a laptop lifestyle. It's really is your brand, and your name is the most important thing that majority of people sometimes don't realize how big that is. And I was at a networking event today with a group that we meet once a month at least, and we collaborate with each other. And when you look at networking is really a collaboration with other individuals and other services that together, it's amazing how much you can get done, because we cannot achieve everything we're wanting to achieve by ourselves. I've had several businesses through my years, and I cannot do the things that I had done if it wasn't for certain individuals that have certain strengths and certain abilities. And when we look at building any kind of business, whether it's online, offline, does not matter, it takes people, and it takes that energy and collaboration of different individuals to achieve anything of substance. You can be a great salesperson for a company, and you don't have to be a business owner, and you can make easy six figures, 200, 300. I know car salesmen that, because they treat themselves like a brand and a business, that they make two, three, $400,000 just as a car salesman. I know individuals in the medical sales that they make six figures plus. So in today's world, it's not impossible to achieve a six-figure income or a good lifestyle. And when you start really treating yourself like a business and your name and your brand, you start achieving these types of goals. And there's reason why 99% of the world may not achieve these goals, because they don't take it personally. They don't really take their brand seriously, and really understanding that people are buying them. People are not really buying the product. They want the product, but because you have built these relationships or connections, they're able to get what they're wanting because you are able to transfer that information or comfort of helping them through the process. So people come to me all the time with real estate. And Renee, I want to buy this property. I'm looking at this property in so and so area. Well, the first thing before I start that process is I have to figure out, are they financeable? What have they been approved for before we start looking at any properties? That's where I pull in individuals who I have relationships with that are in the mortgage industry, whether it's commercial or residential. And we build that relationship with the client to say, okay, let's start here first. Let's pull up your credit. Let's see what your credit is. Let's see what your debt to income ratio is. Let's see what you can afford before we start going to look at a $400,000 house where you can only afford a $200,000 house. Or if a person comes to me that from a business perspective, they're wanting to buy a commercial property or a business or some sort of that nature, again, trying to figure out their situation by asking questions and understanding their situation is a little bit more if this is potentially obtainable for that person. So we all kind of work in a realm that when you really figure out that each individual has a skill and has different abilities to see things differently than some others. And when you connect with those individuals, you can build your business, your life faster. So getting on this topic today with basically, in today's world, developing connections, building your brand, building the resource what I call an ecosystem around you to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. It takes time. It takes discipline. It takes, an obsession more than anything, that you have to really kind of learn things and be willing to learn on a daily basis, different skills, at the same time connecting, reaching out to others. I talk to a lot of people throughout one week that I'm always kind of reaching out to, that I'm looking to get to another level of understanding, whether it's financing, whether it's marketing, whether it's different products or services that I can add on or bolt on to my consulting business. It's daily focus on where you are, where you're going to, with communication with some other individuals. I come across different opportunities because they have something that they're wanting to get to, but sometimes they need someone else to bounce it off of or partner with to get to that goal. And so this is where, when you look at your brand, it is imperative to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, understand what you have to offer. And that's where I see LinkedIn, YouTube, social media channels such as Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram are fabulous ways to really get your information out there consistently. Because when you go to a networking event like I was at today, each one of us stand up for about 30 to 60 seconds and share a little bit about who we are, what we do, and what we're looking for. So what I do is I help build stories. I help people tell their story and build their brands, and basically get into the fact that your name is everything. I do business with people who are pretty much know. It's not so much the companies that they're with. For an example, if you're a real estate agent, it doesn't really matter what company you're with. I've been recruiting and training real estate agents for years, and it doesn't really matter which company you're with. It's people go with you. So if you can help me accomplish the goal that I'm trying to accomplish, I'm going to go with you. And if you treat me good and you help me through the process and you help me get the result that I'm looking for, that's all people want. People just want results, period. They just care about what they want, and they're coming to you to have someone that can help them through the process to get the solution to get where they want to go, right? So in this topic on really focusing on connecting with people, sharing information, education, knowledge, resources, step-by-step services that you can bring people through, is really what this whole world is all about. It doesn't matter every day or what you're selling. Everybody's selling something on a daily basis. We're basically interacting with each other and taking this information in. And sometimes you're not looking for that information today to make a decision, but it's something that's in your mind because you keep on hearing it, keep on seeing it, that eventually you'll want to reach out to whoever you are exposed to more that you feel comfortable with, that is going to help you provide that service. And that's where the power of, again, when I look at LinkedIn, I look at lives, like the reason I'm doing these lives is to put my name out there, to continuously put my information out there for people to know that, hey, if you're looking for any type of services, that I can help you out with. Now, again, I know some individuals say, okay, Renee, what services do you do? I'm an overall consulting company that I've developed over the course of the years, that I help people with different areas of resources, whether it's insurance, real estate, marketing, business advisory, just understanding finances, understanding how to get loans, things of that nature. It's a lot of things over time, but my brand is really all about helping people accomplish their results. Solutions is the main part of every forefront of every conversation. And everyone is looking for someone just to help them through the process. I have another project going on right now that's dealing with addictions and helping people that are going through this process of their addictions and getting through the process to awareness of their addictions, but then also recovery of their addictions. And then from there, finding security, whether it's in job security, things of that nature. So sometimes that is a process that we sometimes don't think about. Just like in sales or in business, we're bringing people through a path. And when we bring you through the path to try to help you get to where you're trying to go to, that's really all we are as brands or consultants or coaches, whatever it may be, or whatever service that you might provide. So I do want to share some key points tonight that I hope that you'll get. There's going to be 5 key points that I just want to focus on. As I'm going to break down some different things, what I feel has been helpful in my business, in my life, in my variety of different services that I provide through the years that maybe can help you. And we're going to start off, if you have a pen and pencil, I always say write these things down. If not, I'm going to put it into the subject line. Once these videos are finished, I'm going to put them in the descriptions and things of that nature so you can follow along with that. So in general, the foundation of a powerful brand. So when we look at about the brand, is your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. How to craft a brand that attracts the right people and opportunities, and the importance of consistency in messaging, visuals, and presence. So when it comes down to, again, your brand, so if you're in the mortgage business or financing or financial advisory, or if you are in coaching of some type, or if you're providing some type of service, whether it's, take for an example, microblading or any kind of Botox, things of that nature, you want to really showcase what you do on these channels, and at the same time do lives such as this and do different individual videos to showcase your before and afters, to showcase your experience or expertise. Because the power of just a visual is not so much just pictures, and at the same time just sharing a video of a before and after, or a little bit of understanding of the process of whatever you're doing. It's imperative right now in all of the different marketing channels that you continuously share this information so people can kind of continuously see it, and it helps them remember or realize that when it comes to that point that they're wanting whatever it is that service is, they continuously think about you, your brand, the way that you came across. Were you helpful? We're not selling people on and things. I'm very seldomly selling people on what I do. I have different revenue streams that have given me the ability to be able to focus on my coaching, my branding, and things of that nature. So it's not like I have to make a sale. I do have services, whether it's coaching or online courses, and one-on-ones, to where I bring people through and different things that I help them through. And I can offer those things through the different ways. And I offer those to where you can, connect into any of my websites. But at the same time, when you're sharing your stuff, is you want to come across with really being informational, educational, and providing as much value to your people, right? Your showcase. So this is really the most part that I think on a daily basis, when you look at your LinkedIn, social media, Facebook, YouTube, whatever channels, it's hard. It's difficult. It's not the easiest thing to do to schedule this as part of your process of marketing. Again, I'm dealing with some marketing individuals that they focus on websites or SEO. And when I look at websites and SEO, yes, they are important. But at the same time, majority of people, because of their lack of attention and their lack of time, they're not going to go through your website and look at everything. So what you want to do is you want to take your website and take chunks of it and post it out there so people can kind of get an idea when they go to your website. They're going there for specifically maybe look at some pictures, and then by product, they're going to go to something else. But the website itself is not where you spend all your money on and all your time. Where you spend most of your money and your time is on these social media channels. When you start thinking about TV, in the past, they used to have to spend a lot of money to be in a Yellow Pages book, right? So remember, the Yellow Pages was a big yellow book. And so we used to have to spend money to get an ad, a nice ad in that book. I'm part of different trade associations, like the Home Builders Association. And, this year they wanted me to redo this. And, so this is what we're used to, right? So this is one of my ads for my lawn care business right here, right over here. So I'm paying like $600 and something a year for this ad. And I might have gotten a little bit from it, but it's like, how many people actually go through a book anymore, right? So your social media channels, you have to look at it as this is your opportunity to be showcasing your stuff continuously all throughout the day. And most people are on social media channels. So you're branding, just like Coca-Cola commercials or Nike commercial or any commercials. When you start looking at these channels as your free way to market yourself, and if you don't listen to Gary Vee or Sinead or different individuals out there about marketing and branding is the key to your business. And really getting it out there continuously, and also at the same time connecting with other individuals who are like-minded people is really the best way and the best form of getting your information out there continuously, so people can keep on hearing about who you are, what you do, and what you offer. How to craft a brand that attracts the right people and opportunities. When that kind of comes into, again, just continuously crafting informational content that people gravitate to. What gets them interested in learning more about how your product can help them, or different people who are testimonials who have used your products or services. This is continuously recrafting and playing around with different concepts, playing around with different ads. And it's kind of like a creativity side to you. And you don't have to be the most creative person in the world. You can ask people and ask questions. And that's kind of like what I do with my channel, people who I work with and clients, that we're constantly looking at what is it that can help them get their message out there. I was at, again, networking event today, and a gentleman who I've been friends with for many years, he offers different services that like security, cameras, different things for IT. And I told him, maybe reach out to property management companies. That property management companies, they're the ones who manage these buildings, and they know majority of the people that are in the buildings. So they might be a good connection to make, that these certain buildings need some of these different services, upgrading their wiring, upgrading some of their security systems, things of that nature. I have another gentleman who does copy machines, and he's trying to get in touch with dentists, right? So it's like you have different niches and different people, and it's just try to figure out how to connect them with the right people to get to where they go. So that's where sometimes doing your social media channels, whether it's lives, videos, content, it's just constantly putting it out there and getting information out there, what you do, because it's hard to get all of the service that you do out there at one chunk. So you want to take little pieces to where people can gradually get a little bit of familiar with who you are and what you do. So the importance of consistency in messaging, visuals, and presence kind of comes in again, and that you continuously, daily, I would say at least three posts a day. The old days of being able to do one post is kind of out because there's so much traffic on these sites, and sometimes the algorithms are not catching. So you want to continuously put content out there on a daily basis. And there's programs, like I use a program called Blaze.ai, which is a pretty neat system that I create content that's going to goes out on over 30 days, that it makes it a little bit easier for me to where I can have that content reposting while I'm working on something else or doing something else. So it's automating my life a little bit. And you want to start learning about this AI and how different programs can help you with this process, so it can help you with your marketing and getting more information out there. So you can become your own in-house marketing agency, that you don't really have to pay the high dollars if you don't have it. Now, if you have it, then great. But majority of people who are small entrepreneurs, sometimes you might not have it. So that's where my channel comes in for small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. And when it comes down to the larger entrepreneurs, I have resources that I work with that can help them with video, editing, things of that nature, because they don't have time to do it. And they're looking just for a resource center to do that for them. So everybody's in different levels. So each person is at different levels. And that's where I kind of treat my life, to where I consult with people first to figure out where you are and where you're trying to go to. So my diverse background with insurance, financial services, real estate, things of that nature, I've always learned that I like to kind of consult with a person first, figure out where they are, fill in the missing pieces, and then start connecting. Then start figuring out who next step. Sometimes it's overwhelming, too much information to do everything at one time. So that's where you want to just take gradual steps. Networking that works is quality over quantity. The difference between collecting contacts and building meaningful relationships, how to engage with people in a way that makes them remember and refer you, and then leveraging LinkedIn to create conversations that matter. So I'd focus on LinkedIn because I really love LinkedIn's platform. I think LinkedIn's platform is really just the best place because it's most of us who are on this platform or are business people who are business minded, who already are CEOs or high caliber individuals. Or if you're even just starting right now in your career, LinkedIn is a great platform because most of us on this platform is really are business driven. Now, again, don't take that wrong from everything else. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, those channels, definitely YouTube, is kind of like your own TV show. When you look at Facebook, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, you still want to continuously post different types of knowledge or different types of things in there. You can't get everything out there. LinkedIn kind of has a little bit better program or platform that you can do a lot of content. You can put in newsletters, articles. You have a little bit better, easier way to kind of go through the flow of somebody's background, who they are and what they've done, and their bios and things of that nature. But you want to really kind of drive in on these different channels. And when you're collecting contacts is it's really the biggest part of your business. That when you create a relationship with someone and you get their information, it really is the follow-up. And so I'm constantly following up with relationships and individuals that sometimes you can't follow up on everybody, whether it's, you have a CRM system that you put everybody's information in. So give me an example. So let's say business cards, right? So you have all these business cards, right? But the challenge is trying to go and make phone calls to each one of these business cards is difficult. That's where you take this information and you put it into a CRM system, and a CRM system, now you can automate it 24/7 to where it goes out to individuals that continuously drip on them and share with them on some of the things that you're doing, right? So that's where automation comes in. And that's where building the relationships in your brand is key, in addition to your social media channels. So how to engage with people in a way that makes them remember and refer you. Again, in this part of when you're sharing with individuals, you don't come across selling them on what you do, but it's just offering them basic information of what you have to offer. And when they're ready to make a decision, you would like to be the first in play. You would like to be the first one they think about when they're ready to make that decision, whether it's buying a car or buying a house, getting copy machine services, laundry mat, whatever, right? I have a certain laundromat I go to because they're just really easy. Nice lady. I walk in, give my information. She knows me by name, things of that nature. So it's kind of been easy to stick with certain things. We're kind of creatures of habits that we stick with people or things that are comfortable to us. And that's really, again, where all of this kind of comes in. So I'm going to speed up on this because I want to make these videos short and to the point. Relationship building is secret to long-term success. Why relationships, not transactions, drive sustainable success. The power of following up, providing value, and staying top of mind. How to turn connections into collaborations, clients, and opportunities. So relationships are not like transactions. So you want to really treat your relationships with respect, that it's more of a partnership and it's more of an opportunity where we can help each other grow. And if we growing together, it's like you're having your team, right? You want to do everything in your power to help your individuals grow, because if you grow, they grow, and it's a win-win situation. Some people don't get that. Some people forget that sometimes how they got to certain points, but you want to do your best you can, and all you can do is all you can do. So you want to focus on really building strong relationships, adding as much value to individuals. And what I find is that comes back to you tenfold. And the power of following up, again, I shared with this earlier, is that, providing value and staying top of mind. I'm consistently getting individuals calling me back. I call them back because I know that, hey, whenever I need help or they need help, vice versa, we're there for each other. We're kind of like brothers and sisters, right? We all kind of like in this world that we're all are fighting for just the opportunity to get closer to our goals. And sometimes you just need that camaraderie. You need that partnership. You need those individuals. That's why your circle and ecosystem is very important, that you want to focus on a daily basis, that those individuals that you can count on, that you're really just open and sharing to help each other in different areas of understanding, whether it is social media, technical challenges we all might have, how to do a video, how to edit it, how to start a YouTube channel, what all these things come into play. And I shared today with my group that I find that most people are not doing things like this, YouTube or LinkedIn Lives, things of that nature, or video, mainly because it's uncomfortable. It's not easy. It takes a little bit of time to kind of grasp. You're talking into a camera and it's not perfect. It's not, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do and start. No one's perfect in this arena. There is no perfection. Some people just got to get over it to where there is no time, perfect time to start. There is no perfect subject. It's just basically starting off with information that you feel that is valuable for people, and you go with it. And certain people will like it, certain people won't. Some people will stay on your channel, watch your whole video. Some people won't. It's just really how it is. How to turn connections into collaborations, clients, and opportunities. Again, this is really what feel like I've mastered through my lifetime, is that I have individuals who have turned into relationships, partnerships, collaborations. I have different ventures going on at this point because of LinkedIn, because I'm doing this type of video and content. It's opening up doors with different areas that I never would have done if I never started to get into podcasting or doing video or putting myself out there and being vulnerable to whatever. And it's amazing how, if you just trust the path, but at the same time, you do need sometimes somebody to kind of come back to and ask, can you help me out with this? And just be open to that support, open to asking for help, open to collaborating with others about your ideas, not thinking that it's going to be silly or not. Nothing's silly and nothing's stupid. There's just different times for everything, right? Number 4, I'm going to go into connecting with the right people for growth, identifying and engaging with mentors, partners, and potential clients, the art of giving before asking, how to provide value first, how AI and automation can help but never replace genuine relationships. So identifying and engaging with mentors, partners, and potential clients. I think this part is, again, I've been kind of going around this a little bit, that as you're building your business, whatever it may be, if you're doing it online or offline, building your brand, things of that nature, you can't do these things, again, without having coaches or mentors or somebody to follow. It's very difficult, and you can watch so much information and so much noise out there right now with everything that's hitting you and bombarding you. You can get overwhelmed with all of these different strategies, tactics, etc. And sometimes you just have to have somebody who you can just connect with. And that's where you want to find that gel. Who is it that you can relate to, or that you feel comfortable in talking with and opening up to, and just asking that question? That's why I find that with my life and my business, I've always been very open with people that just ask and let's see what we can do. Don't worry about paying anything or charging whatever. So some people are just overwhelmed right now because they can't ask, because everybody's wanting to fee everybody to death. And I just find that that's not how I build my business. I'd rather give as much value as I possibly can, help earn the trust of my people, my clients, my friends, clients, whatever. And then we can see what they can afford, where they are. Some people can afford certain levels. Some people can't. Some people have to start off with certain things. So I kind of cookie cutter a little bit in some areas, but at the same time, figure out where people are. And sometimes you have to just be honest with where you are for someone to be willing to work with you, right? And just share with you step by step the next steps, right? The art of giving before asking, again, just value first, whatever it is that your business is. Don't worry about giving too much information, too much value. Just give it, because the majority of people are not going to be able to do it because they still get stuck. It's like building a landing page or building a funnel. People hear about it, but it's like, where do I start with this? And you have so many different programs. You're trying to figure out which program will help me get the best landing page, how to do an ad on Facebook or social media, LinkedIn, whatever. How does that ad go from here to the landing page and then get people to click in? It's a lot of different moving parts. So it's not as easy as many make it sound, that you can be up and running within minutes. It takes time. But if you're not willing to put the time in learning a little bit, paying attention, going through some struggling of getting past some things, you're not going to get there. I started out in insurance when I was 27. Didn't know everything about PPOs, HMOs, major medical plans, etc. I just started. And when I started, each client I learned a little bit from. They asked a question that I didn't know. I asked the question back to my manager. That little process helped me learn that, hey, I don't have to know everything. I just need to help the client with what I do know, ask questions, answer questions, figure it out. And then I started learning from there, right? The same thing with real estate. I didn't know how to do real estate. I didn't understand how to do the financing. I didn't know how to flip a property. A friend of mine helped me through the process. Once he helped me a couple of times, bam, I was off to the races. I bought 30 something properties by the time I was 35. And so that is a process. We all go through a process, but you have to start and just be willing to say, hey, this is a vision. This is where I want to go to. I'm going to go through pain and struggle. I'm going to go through some different downtimes. But if you just focus on the vision and where you're going to get there. AI and automation can help, but never replace genuine relationships. We had a conversation on this in my networking event today, and I was, I shared with some individuals, who's using ChatGPT, who's using some of this AI programs, and there was pros and negatives. Everybody has their different comments on it. And again, AI in automation is nothing more than using or helping in the ability of with what we're doing. So I use ChatGPT to give me a guide on certain things, but at the same time, it's not perfect. It's not everything. You can't expect these different AI programs to do everything for you. You still have to become the prompter. You still have to become the person, the coach. You still have to become the individual putting the information in there to get what you're looking for out. And you're still going to have to critique. You have different video programs like Opus. I use Opus that I didn't know how to create these shorts. So I can create the videos like this, but I didn't know how to create the shorts. And that's where Opus is a program that I've learned how to use by putting the information in there, and it creates like 30 plus shorts off of one long video. So you'll probably see this video over time being a short with a little subject let's say less than 3 minutes, but it's incredible programs that are out there to help you with this process. So I'm very adamant on using and learning AI because it is the future. It is here, but it is also kind of like having your own personal assistant that's helping you through the process of getting some things done faster than you can do on your own or hiring other people to do it. Practical strategies for continuously upgrading your skills and knowledge, how to create a learning loop through conversations and collaboration, the importance of learning from your networking, staying adaptable. So this is lifelong learning, staying ahead in a competitive world. So I am continuously pushing to learn. I have a community that I've developed, and I'll leave that link in there also. It's What's Your Passion Community. The community is developed for individuals to get information that I'm doing on a daily basis or researching, or people who are mentors that I focus on, and I share it into the community. And I tell everyone to share information in the community. I'm part of another community that's called Digital Growth Community that has over almost 50,000 members. And these are a bunch of individuals who have come from nothing to six-figure incomes. And we just share information and strategies and tactics on how to do things, or by learning from some other mentors out there that are doing things. So I might be listening to someone that you might not have a clue or know who is. But this information that I'm getting, I'm putting into my communities so I can share it with the individuals who are in my world, that I can give them more. Because sometimes from myself, I might not be creating the content that hits home for them to learn something as quickly, because I'm still building my platform. I'm still building out. So over the course of the next, year to 2 years, I'm going to have more content out there for people to get. But at the same time, I'm utilizing some other people's content that I'm putting in my community. So I'm sharing the knowledge and sharing the information, that I'm not keeping it secret, right? So I tell everyone that, you got to be on a learning spur. You got to want to learn every day and implement and execute. So learning and executing is two different things, right? So just don't learn, execute, try something, do something. There is no magical pill to anything, but it is execute. You can't just learn. You have to do certain things. The learning loop, again, through conversations and collaboration daily. I've had a friend of mine drove with me for the last few days, and we got so much done just because we were just bouncing ideas off of each other and just sharing some different things of where we are. They're creating a new business plan for a new business and idea concept, and different things and different points and different people we're going to bring in. So it's like it's really important that you bounce things off with the right people. Sometimes I can't talk to everyone about certain subjects, so I strategically pull in certain people at certain times that have a particular skill set that I need at that time. So as an entrepreneur and as a CEO of your own company, you have to know who you can talk to and who is ready and who can help you with certain things. And that's where I've kind of become this resource center for a lot of people through the years, that because I've gone through a lot of struggles, pains, successes, etc., I can help through certain things that can help them get through the process faster. And that's what I'm trying to create in my world, to be that one-stop solution for answers and results for individuals like yourself, to where you can get through the process faster. I create these online programs that are free because it gives you an opportunity to be exposed to not only myself, but also other individuals, so that you can learn faster. And if you're not putting yourself into these communities or into these networks, you can't expect to learn, because you're not being exposed. And that's what I find a lot when I go to my networking group sometimes, that some individuals are not pushing themselves to learn these different things. And so they're not going to be ahead of the curve. When I start looking at 3 to 4 years ago, when I first started all this, it wasn't easy. I did it. I played around. I lost some money, spent some money, gained some knowledge, lost some knowledge. So different things. But it's gotten me to this point to where I'm a little bit more comfortable. I'm making more progress. Now the doors are starting to open, right? So that's where this whole title of, really opening doors, that it takes time, but you have to be consistently moving towards the goal, towards the process, and going through the hurdles and going from one door to another door, et cetera, to get to the process. So practical strategies and continuously upgrading your skills and knowledge. I think I just now shared with it on that. So the call to action is really, share with me your biggest networking or branding challenge in the comments. Share with me some of the things, and I know Lane and I have been talking to, she's on here. I know we have been talking about a lot of networking. She called me up today about someone who's in Florida that we want to network with. She's constantly bringing good people and good things to the table. So me and Lane kind of, play off of each other on really just concepts. I have my good friend Ed, I have Mark, I have so many different people in my network right now that we're just bringing people in that want to be part of something bigger than themselves, and they're wanting to share information and knowledge, and they want to be part of. Sometimes you can't, we're not all designed to be the entrepreneur, the CEO. And like I tell myself, I'm just really always looking to try to put people together. And I just want to be sometimes the back end. I don't want to be the front end. And sometimes the back end for me is really what I want to be, because I find certain people have certain strengths and weaknesses that may be better for that position. Connect with, connect with you and each other to continue the conversation. Join our upcoming workshops, things of that nature. So I'm basically opening this up to my channel to where I will be starting to do more lives. This is one of my first lives. I've done a few in the past, but this whole concept of content into cash flow, building your brand, business advisory is really all I'm about, is providing information, resources, value to my organization, to my peers, to the individuals who are on my channels, that together, if you have something that you feel that can be beneficial to me one way or shape or another, I don't do a lot of the marketing. So I'm looking for individuals who are good at marketing, who may be good at creating funnels, things of that nature, that you can be part of my resource partnership, to where when I get these certain clients, that you can help them out with that as part of the service. So there's different parts of the puzzle that I'm always looking just for the right people to be into our community and share information and value for each other. So I hope tonight's talk really helped in a way to really just the importance of connecting with people, building your brand, and executing on a daily basis with people, because I just feel that majority of people are just stuck trying to figure so many things out because of the noise, because of the confusion that is out there. They're not really taking in the fact of how powerful it is to connect with each other and ask questions and be part of a community that's going to help you build your brand, your business, your service, whatever it is that you're trying to build. It takes time, energy, but it takes people. And that's what we're all about. So Renee Manfred with What's Your Passion? My passion is your passion. I thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm going to be, again, putting some of this information into some of the different descriptions and content and putting it out there for other individuals to learn from. So if I can help you out with anything, please feel free to send me a message, share with me some insight, what you're looking for, what I can help you out with, or how we can collaborate with each other. Thank you very much. You have a great night. Bye-bye.